but you never know what's going to happen in that situation. So make sure.
So, have you been looking forward to creating your own event planning business, but you don't know where to start? Well, today I got you taken care of because we're going to talk to Deonica and she's going to tell you all the tips and tricks you need to get on the right path. So, Deonica, tell the people who you are, what you do, and who you do it for.
My name is Deonica Gaston. I am the owner of Innovative Creations and Events. I have been the sole owner since 2017. And wow, it's been a journey. So, just to kind of give you a little bit of background about me, I actually started decorating events when I was 12. Yes, 12 years old. Um, I really decided to challenge myself and take it seriously in 2016. I was getting married and I decided to plan and decorate my own wedding. And so I said, if I can do this for myself, then I'm going to turn this into a business. And I did. So this man proposes January of 2016. So I'm like, oh God, okay. Immediately, we've already been together for a year. So I don't feel like we should wait like normal people. So I'm like, oh, we get married in September. Keep in mind, I just said January. Yeah. So we pick a date in September. Um, and then we thought that was too soon, but then we go to October. Like, what is 1 month gonna do? This is the crazy part about it, though. One of his best friends was also getting married the day after us. Guess who was also helping plan their wedding while I was planning my own? From colors, they already knew what colors they wanted. So not only am I ordering tablecloths and runners and flowers for my wedding, I'm also diving into hers and taking over hers and trying to show her where, oh, she's like, where you getting your flowers from? Where you getting this from? Where you getting this from? And once you start asking me, I'm kind of like a little takeover queen. So now, not only am I planning my own wedding, I'm planning somebody else's or helping plan somebody else's as well. So, and so how am I going to cut the costs? I'm going to do it myself. And so I got online and I started looking up like wedding checklist, plan list, how to do this. What do I need to be checking out? What I need to. And the crazy part is I was already on board because the stuff that I was already doing, I could go ahead and check it off. And so at the time, I also had a mentor, one of my classmates, Ria Danielle. Shout out to her. She has been really doing events like she was, but she was a mogul in the game. And so I reached out to her to ask her, did she want to mentor me? And so to be totally honest with y'all, a lot of internet. I mean, I was just pulling up things. I went to the Knot. The Knot is a really good tool to use to get kind of started with because a lot of people use it for their um, weddings when they're trying to get organized and invite guests and send out event, and it's free. So it's a really good tool to use. And I just kind of honestly piggybacked off of the Knot. I also went immediately online and picked out my name. So let me tell you about the name. I knew I didn't want my name attached to the business. And what I mean by that is I didn't want the name of my business to have my name in it anywhere at all. And so I sat down and I just started writing down names. What do I want it to say? And what's crazy is I came up with my slogan before I came up with the name. And if anybody knows, it says transforming your creations into transforming your visions into amazing creations. I came up with that first. So I knew what I wanted my slogan to be, but I also knew that I had a different kind of funky type of vision when I see stuff because other people would always say, you're so creative. What made you think about that? And so I came up with innovative and I already felt like I was creative. So that's how the innovative creations came into play. And then I came up with the just adding the and events. If anybody has ever really paid attention to my logo, it looks like starbursts, but they're really fireworks. So I'm letting y'all know I'm popping. I'm letting y'all know that I'm popping and that I'm trying to, like, yeah, fireworks. She gonna fire. She boom, 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 boom. Because I'm thinking about holidays and stuff like that. Like we celebrate a whole bunch of things. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where all of that came into play. And so You got innovative creations and events. Um, the only thing that I do hate is because I've taught myself how to do all this stuff myself, watching YouTube, going on Pinterest. And what I love about the fact that know that this is part of my passion is because I can actually look at something and create it. And I didn't never know that I had that in me. I've always been a brainiac. I've always been a smart girl, and been able to pick up on things like that. But I didn't know I was that good with my hands and stuff like that. So I can actually look at something and kind of create it. And then I just started tweaking, taking things from different people's video, and I started tweaking it to what was comfortable for me. And I'll just give you an example, like with the balloons. When people first started doing balloon garlands and stuff like that, they were using fishing wire to hold the balloons and stuff together. For me, I'm scary. I didn't want to poke myself. I didn't want to pop balloons. So I was like, I'm not using fishing wire. So I would do something as simple as just using balloon string, and I took it from there. And so, um, yeah, I know that was a lot, but that's really how this business was born. I went and got my DBA. Once I figured out what name I wanted, I went online and made sure the name was available for me to claim. And immediately the next day, I went downtown and paid for my DBA. And I was all in. I done went and got me a business account. I was just like, we doing this. We doing this.
You done dropped so many gems that it is crazy. So if anybody who wasn't paying attention, they're going to have to go back and watch this again. You dropped so many gems. Okay, so let's start. Let's go from what you just said, business registration, because you know that's my lane right there. I'm all about us being set up properly. So you got your business register, you got your business bank account, you got your business name set up, all that. You came up with your business name, you were creative on coming up with that part. So that's what business owners need to take in consideration, that when it's time to actually step into this field, you need to have a name that's unique to you that nobody else has. Get your business registered, get all your back office stuff taken care of, and all that good stuff. Now, planning a wedding in 10 months. I don't, based off of what you said, plus helping somebody else plan their wedding at the same time, that sounds like that's a lot to do within a 10-month period. So, do you recommend that brides plan their own weddings? Because that didn't sound like that was fun to me. It didn't. I don't care what
I
all you said, that didn't sound like fun.
I would never recommend that unless you really have help. Did ask a friend to coordinate that day, like to be my day of coordinator, because I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do that. I thought, y'all I think I'm superwoman, so I thought I was gonna be able to do all that, but I knew somebody was gonna have to step in and help with that part of it. I definitely would not recommend anybody to plan their wedding, no matter what your budget is, because there's always going to be an event planner out there that's going to be able to tell you yay or nay if they're going to be able to plan on your budget. They may be even willing to help you halfway and then suggest like some other vendors that may be able to assist you. Or even if you have somebody in your family that may be kind of thinking about it and you kind of see that they're creative, I would always definitely say, don't do this on your own because it really is a lot.
So for the people that are interested in hosting events and they decide that this is something they want to do and they want to practice by doing their own event, then you would recommend getting somebody to help them even though they are in the beginning stages of it. Now, tell me this. When it comes to, because you mentioned you had a coordinator come in for the day of, so do you offer services like that? And is that something that people need to consider, like to add on to their packages? Like what all do you cover in your business? What all do you offer?
So I'm so glad you asked that because everybody thinks I'm just a balloon lady, and I'm not. I am a full-on service event planner and decorator, or I like to say event designer. And basically, what that means is I can plan your event and I can also design and decorate your event. So, to answer your question, let's start with the day of coordinator. So yes, I do full on out weddings. I have my own vendors that I use. I don't mind using your vendors if you have them, but I would like to coordinate with them. But I have my own vendors for things that I don't do myself, like treats. And I'm not a DJ, and I'm not gonna. Now I will go out there and learn how to do it, but I don't want to do everything. So I do have vendors as well. I have a whole team, photographers, all of it. And so day of. I would definitely advise that because, first of all, this is what people don't think about. Your event planner, especially if you have a good one, is going to think about all the things you didn't think of. Because keep in mind, this is your special day. This is something that you're planning for the rest to, have memories for the rest of your life. Secondly, you have everybody in your ear. You got your mama in your ear, your aunties, your bridesmaids, people freaking out. You trying to put all these fires out. That's why you need an event planner that definitely has a team that's going to be able to assist you. But you never know what's going to happen in that situation. So make sure you have an emergency kit. Make sure that you have, you're thinking outside the box because even when you're doing this, you still want to say, what is going to make me stand out more to my client because there's so many event planners out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have any clients that's not going to sit here and tell you she thought about every detail, even things that I didn't even think about. If you have something like simple as a walkie talkie, keeping your team abreast, then that definitely will help. Um, Now, the day of coordinator is not only just there for the day, which is a good thing. So keep in mind when people are thinking that the price may be extravagant for somebody for just one day. When you're a day of coordinator, you're actually a month of coordinator because now you still have to meet with who you're helping, your client. You still have to kind of go over, you still have to do rehearsal. You still have to actually let them know how they're coming in, how they're going out, how everything is going to go. You still have to get in contact with the vendors that they've hired. You still got to make sure everybody's paid. If they haven't paid in advance and they're paying on their day, you are there to ensure all your people need to do is come out. They don't need to do any additional preparation, whatever they need to do to get dressed and stuff like that. But your job is to make sure that it's flawless and nobody knows what's going on. Even if there's any type of snafus, nobody should know that but you and your team. It should go flawless. And when you're trying to plan on your own, you can't put all those fires out by yourself.
So I know that you have a mentorship program, and that was because you started that because of the fact that you were having to go and hunt everything down on Pinterest and YouTube and all the things. And so now you offer mentoring for those who want to get into the event planning business and also learn how to do the balloons. So, included with that, do you also have, because you were naming off all these things, I know you have your checklist for your mentees, but if any brides needed checklists and things like that, you have that for them as well, right?
I do have that
Okay.
available as well. Yes, ma'am. And
Okay.
I also have a starter kit for people that want to actually get into this business. Um, and I'm glad you mentioned it too, because I always got a lot to say. I also teach balloon classes too, because some people just only want to do the balloon aspect of it. So I teach them privately. I teach them in groups. I am your girl. I'm ready for y'all to sign up. When we do balloon classes, we learn everything. You get fed, you get a little tipsy. You just, for those that don't drink, I bring out some grape juice. And we gonna sip and learn and eat and have a good time. So, but yes, ma'am, all this information is available, and I'm also an open book if you want to learn. If it's something that you really, really want to learn, I'm an open book. I'm not a gatekeeper, but please keep in mind that some of the things that I'm going to show you, you're going to have to pay a fee for them. Everything I cannot give for free,
Yeah,
to
I'm
do
glad you
that.
brought that up because I was gonna ask you if you had started doing your one-on-one coaching. So I'm glad that you're doing that. So that's a good thing. And then I also wanted to ask you, like, when is your next event that you're having where they can come and learn from you?
So the next event that I am having, where you guys can learn, I'm gonna start my balloon classes back up in January.
Okay.
I don't have I have a TBA date because again, it's cold as in January. I just want to make sure that um the time is gonna be there for everybody, and we're in Texas, so we also gotta gauge the weather and stuff like.
Know that the event that you're having for them to come and learn from you is in January. They can also they can book a one-on-one with you so that they can learn how to plan and also pick your brain. And those things are available. You have your checklist for the brides and for those who are interested in starting their business as well. Now, tell me this. I know that I heard you talking about this new event coming up in the next few weeks. So tell everybody about that.
Yes, ma'am. So Innovative Creations and Events is going to have their first annual pajama cookie hop for Christmas. It is December the 6th. That's on a Saturday from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. in the heart of Cedar Hill. The location is at 360 Lux Events, right next to JC Penney's, across from Crunch. Y'all cannot miss it. A lot of times you're trying to find out what to do for Christmas and what to take your family to. And so I thought about coming up with a Christmas contest. And so what I wanted to do is put a lot of local vendors. We have a lot of bakers in DFW. I wanted to put them, in the forefront to let people know, hey, they have a baking business. People have been bragging about their cookies. So why not bring that to you guys? Why not bring the bragging rights over to here? And so what we're doing is you guys are going to be our patrons. You're going to buy your ticket. You're going to come in. You're going to take some cookies of the vendors that we have there, and you're going to vote on the best cookie. That's going to give them bragging rights. They win $250 and they get a chance for bragging rights for the whole year. So when we do it the following year, then they're already automatically inducted into the contest. Now we're also gonna have other vendors there. It's Christmas time, so you can do your full on shopping for your whole family. We have boutique owners, purse owners, lemonade stands. We're gonna have hot chocolate. We're gonna have food trucks outside. Y'all, we got hip hop Santa. We got DJ Leak the Weapon as MC. We have Mr. Sam Washington. He's gonna be our caricature drawing your pictures. We're gonna have Miss Christina in there teaching y'all the hottest line dances. We're gonna have beast
Yeah.
mode photography that's gonna be taking y'all's pictures with y'all families in y'all matching pajamas. And then we're even gonna have I have a lady now working on t-shirts that you guys can go ahead and buy up front. So you guys can go ahead and represent not only just the event, but also matching t-shirts for your family so y'all can create memories. So it's just gonna be a fun time. This is not just for adults, y'all. This is for children as well. The tickets are $15, 10 and up, $5 under 10, and it's on Eventbrite. It's on my page. It's on my website at www.innovativecreationsevents.com. And if you can't find it anywhere else, my business telephone number is 682-422-4777. And that's if you can't even find it and say, hey, girl, I don't do any of that online stuff. I'm just going to cash app it to you, Zelle it, Venmo, PayPal, whatever. So I'm here for it. December 6th, Saturday.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure that I list your website, the link for the tickets for the cookie hop, because you got excited when you started talking about that. And I'll make sure that they can reach you in order for them to start setting up classes or if somebody needed to hire you. So, Deonica, thank you so much for your time. I can't wait to see all the success that happens in your business, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for having me.
You're
Innovative
welcome.
Creations and Events.
Now, if you learned something new, then I need for you to like, subscribe, and share this with others. And I'll see you next time at the Layla Kyrie Studio.